heaven where thou shalt never come.
Let him thank me that helped to send him thither, for he was fitter for that place than earth.
And thou unfit for any place but hell.
Yes, one place else, if you will hear me name it.
Some dungeon.
Your bedchamber.
I'll rest betide the chamber where thou liest.
So will it, madam, till I lie with you. But gentle Lady Anne, to leave this keen encounter of our wits and fall somewhat into a slower method, is not the causer of these timeless deaths, of these Plantagenets, Henry and Edward, as blameful as the executioner?
Thou art the cause and most accursed effect.
Your beauty was the cause of that effect. Your beauty which did haunt me in my sleep to undertake the death of all the world, so that I might live 1 hour in your sweet bosom.
If I thought that, I'd tell thee homicide. These nails should rend the beauty from my cheeks.
It is a quarrel most unnatural to be revenged on him that loveth thee.
It is a quarrel just and reasonable to be revenged on him that slew my husband.
He that bereft thee, lady, of thy husband, did it to help thee to a better husband.
His better doth not breathe upon the earth.
He lives that loves thee better than he could.
Where is he?
Here. Why dost thou spit at me?
Would it were mortal poison for thy sake.
Never came poison from so sweet a place.
Never hung poison on such a fouler toad. Out of my sight. Thou dost infect mine eyes.
Thine eyes, sweet lady, have infected mine. Those eyes of thine from mine have drawn salt tears. These eyes that never shed remorseful tear. No, when my father York and Edward wept, to hear the piteous moan Rutland made, when black-faced Clifford shook his sword at them. Nor when thy warlike father, like a child, told the sad story of my father's death, and 20 times made pause to sob and weep. What these sorrows could not thence exhale, thy beauty hath, and made them blind with weeping. If thy revengeful heart cannot forgive, lo, here I lend thee this sharp-pointed sword, which if thou please to hide in this true breast. Nay, do not pause, for I did kill King Henry, but 'twas thy beauty that provoked me. Nay, now dispatch, 'twas I stabbed young Edward, but 'twas thy heavenly face that set me on. Take up the sword again, or take up me.
Arise, dissembler. Though I wish thy death, I will not be the executioner.
Then bid me kill myself, and I will do it.
I have already.
Tush, that was in thy rage. Speak it again, and even with the word, that hand for which thy love did kill thy love, shall for thy love kill a far truer love. To both their deaths thou shalt be accessory.
I would I knew thy heart.
'Tis speaking in my tongue.
I fear me both are false.
Then never man was true. Say, then my peace is made.
That you shall know hereafter.
Vouchsafe to wear this ring.
To take is not to give.
Lo, how this ring encompasseth thy finger, even so thy breast encloseth my poor heart. Wear both of them, for both of them are thine. And if I may beg one favor at thy gracious hand, thou dost confer this happiness forever.
What is it?
That it would please thee leave these sad designs to him that hath more cause to be a mourner, and presently repair to Crosby Place, where after I have solemnly interred at Chertsey Monastery this noble king, and wept his grave with my repentant tears, I will with all expedient duty see you. I beseech you, grant me this boon.
With all my heart, and much it joys me too to see you are become so penitent.
Bid me farewell.
'Tis more than you deserve, but since you teach me how to flatter you, imagine I have said farewell already.
Sirs, take up the corpse.
To Chertsey, my lord.
No, to Whitefriars. There attend my coming. Was ever woman in this humor wooed? Was was ever woman in this humor one. I'll have her, but I'll not keep her long. What I that killed her husband and his father, to take her in her heart's extremest hate, with curses in her mouth, tears in her eyes, the bleeding witness of her hatred by. And yet, to win her, all the world to nothing, ha! And will she yet debase her eyes on me? On me, that halt and am unshapen thus. I do mistake my person all this while. Upon my life she finds, although I cannot, myself to be a marvelous proper man. Shine out, fair sun, till I have bought a glass, so that I may see my shadow as I pass.
All your dreams are over now. All your dreams are over now, and all your wings have fallen down.
To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them. To die, to sleep no more, and by a sleep to say we, and a heartache and 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die. To sleep perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come, when we have shuffled off this mortal coil, must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life. For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that the patient merit the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death? The undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns puzzles the will. It makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others we know not of. And thus, conscience doth make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sickly all with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises with great pitch and moment. With this regard the currents turn awry, and loose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph in thy orisons, be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My lord, I have remembrances of yours that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did. With them words of so sweet breath composed, has made the things more rich, their perfume lost. Take these again, for to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor when givers proven kind. There, my lord.
Are you honest?
My lord.
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Beauty, my lord, had better commerce than with honesty.
Aye, truly. For the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty will translate beauty into his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but the time has given it proof. I did love you. Once.
Indeed.
cannot so inoculate our old stocks, for we relish of it. I loved you not!
I was the more to see!
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sinners? I am myself indifferent, honest, yet I could accuse me of things it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more offenses at my beck than thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do, crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant knaves. Believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where is your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool and nowhere but his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help me, sweet heaven.
Thou dost needs, Mary. I give thee this play for thy dowry. Be as chaste as ice, as pure as snow. Thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery. Go, farewell. Or, if thou wilt needs marry, marry a fool. If only wise men know what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery, and quickly too. Farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers, restore him.
I have heard of your paintings too well enough. God has given you one face and you go and paint yourselves another. You jig and you amble and you lisp and you mock God's creatures and make your wantonness your own ignorance. Go to. I'll no more on it. It hath made me mad. I say, there will be no more marriage. Those that are married already, all but one, shall live. And the rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery. Go.
What a noble mind is here, O throne.
The courtiers, soldier, scholar, eye, tongue, sword, the expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion and mold of form, the observed of all observers. Quite down. And I, of ladies most deject and wretched, that suck the honey of his music vows, now see most noble and sovereign reason, like sweet bells, jangled, out of tune and harsh. Woe is me! To have seen what I have seen. See what I see. An honest, willing, and kind fellow, if ever servant shall come in house withal, and I warrant you, no telltale nor no grieving. His worst fault is that he is given to prayer. He is something peevish in that way, but nobody but has his faults. But let that pass. Peter Simple, you say your name is?
Aye, for fault of a better.
And Master Slender's your master?
Aye, forsooth.
Does he not wear a great round beard like a Glover's paring knife?
No, forsooth. He hath but the little wee face with a little yellow beard, a cane-colored beard.
Oh, a softly sprited man, is he not?
Aye, forsooth. But he is as tall a man of his hands as any is between this and his head.
Oh.
He hath fought with a warrener.
How, say you? Oh, I should remember him. Does he not hold his head up, as it were, and strut in his gait?
Yes, indeed does he.
Well, heaven send Dan Page no worse fortune. I'll do what I can for your master, Abraham Slender, in the way of marriage. Anne is a good girl, and I wish... Oh, let's all be shit! Ah! Oh, run in here, good young man, here. Go into the closet. He will not stay long. What? John Rugby! John, what? John, I say. Oh, go, John. Go inquire for my master. I doubt that he be not well and that he comes not home. Now, green sleeves was my delight. Green sleeves, my heart of gold. Green sleeves was my heart of joy, and who but my lady?
Thus is you sing.
Green sleeves.
I do not like these toys. I pray you, fetch me into my closet and what there? A box. A green box. Attend to when I speak of you. A green box.
I forsooth, I'll fetch it you. Oh, I am glad he went not in himself. If he had found the young man, he would have been horn mad.
Oh, fi. Ma foi, fait faucheur. Je m'en vais à la cour. Le grand affaire.
Is it this, sir?
Oui, mets-le en ma pochette. Dépêche, quick. Pochette. Pochette!
Pocket!
Oh, pochette! Pochette! Where is that knave Rugby?
What, John Rugby? John.
You are Jean Rugby, and you are Jacques Rugby? Come, take the rapier and come on my heels to the court. Oh, my throat tarry too long. J'oubliais, ask me. There are some simples in my closet that I will not for the father shall leave behind.
I mean, you'll find the young man in there and be mad.
Diable, Fancy's in my closet. Oh, Milan, Rugby, my rapier.
Good master, be content.
Oh, wherefore should I be content,
The young man is an honest man.
There is no honest man in my closet. What honest man would come in my closet?
I beseech you, be not so phlegmatic. Hear the truth of it. He came up on errands to me from Parson Hugh.
There?
Aye, forsooth, to desire her tooth.
Oh, peace, I pray you.
A piece of your tongue. Speak you tale.
To desire this honest gentlewoman, your maid, to say a good word to Mistress Anne Page for my master, Abraham Slender, in the way of marriage.
Oh, this is all indeed law. I'll ne'er put my finger in the fire, and need not.
Send you to send you you a little while. Robbie! Lend me some paper!
I'm glad. Oh, I'm glad he's so quiet.
Robbie!
If he had been thoroughly moved, you should have heard him so loud.
Oh, fish in the puta salad!
And so melancholy. But notwithstanding that, I'll do your master what good I can. But the very yea and the nay of it is, the French doctor, my master. Oh, and I may call him my master, for I keep his house. I wash, wring, brew, bake, scour, dress meat and drink, and make his beds, and do all myself. Oh.
'Tis a great charge to come under one body's hand.
Oh, are you advised to that? You shall find it a great charge to be up early and down late. But notwithstanding, I'll tell you in your ear that I have no words of it. My master himself is in love with Mistress Anne Page. But notwithstanding, I know Anne's mind. But that's neither here nor there.
You, Jacques, give this letter to us huge. By God, this is a challenge. I shall cut his throat in the park. I will teach the scurvy Jacques priest to meddle on make. You may go. It is not good for you to tarry here. By God! I will cut off all his 2 stones. He will not have a stone left to throw at his dog.
Alas, he speaks but for his friend.
There is no matter for that. Do you not to tell me that I myself will have an page? Oh my God! I will kill this priest. And I have appointed my host of the Jatier to measure our weapons. I will have an page!
Well, sir, the maid loves you, and all will be well, but we must give folks leave to pray. What a good year.
Ravi, come with me into the court. If I not have an page of myself, I will turn you head out my door. Follow my heels, Ravi!
You shall have an ass head of your own. No, I know Anne's mind for that. Never a woman in Windsor knows more of Anne's mind than I do, nor can do more than I do with her, and I thank heaven. Now out upon it, what have I forgot? Ah! Oh!
Open your ears, for which of you will stop the vent of hearing when loud rumor speaks?
I from the Orient to the dripping West, making the wind my post-horse, still unfold the acts commenced on this ball of earth.
Upon my tongues continual slanders rise, the which in every language I pronounce, stuffing the ears of men with false reports.
I speak of peace, while covert enmity. under the smile of safety wounds the world.
Who but rumour, who but only I make fearful musters and prepare to defend?
Whilst the big ear, swollen with some of the grief, is thought with child by the stern tyrant war. And no such matter.
Rumor is a pipe, blown by surmises, jealousies, conjectures, and of so easy and so plain a stop,
That the blunt monster with uncounted heads, the still discordant, wavering multitude, can play upon it.
But what need I thus my well-known body against anatomize against my household?
Why is rumor here? Why is rumor here? Why is rumor here?
if the event of the journey proves successful to the Queen, oh, be it so, as it hath been for us, rare, pleasant, speedy, the time is worth its use on it.
Great Apollo, turn all to the best. These proclamations, so forcing fault upon Hermione, I little like.
The violent carriage of it will clear or end this business, when the oracle, thus by Apollo's divine sealed up, shall its contents discover something rare. Even then we will rush to knowledge. Gracious be the issue.
This session, to our great Greek we pronounce, even pushes against our heart. The party tried the daughter of a king, our wife, and one of us too much beloved. Let us be cleared of being tyrannous as we so openly proceed in justice, which shall have due course, even to the guilt or the purgation. Produce the prisoner.
It is His Highness' pleasure that the Queen appear in person here in court.
Read the indictment.
Hermione, Queen to the worthy Leontes, King of Sicilia, thou art here accused and arraigned of high treason in committing adultery with Polixenes, King of Bohemia, and conspiring with Camillo to take away the life of thy sovereign lord the king, thy royal husband, the pretense whereof being by circumstances partly laid open. Thou, Hermione, contrary to the faith and allegiance of a true subject, didst counsel and aid them for their better safety to fly away by night.
Since what I am to say must be that which contradicts my accusation, and the testimony on my part no other than what comes from myself, it shall scarce boot me to say, not guilty. Mine integrity, being counted falsehood, shall, as I express it, be so received. But thus, if powers divine behold our human actions as they do, I doubt not then that innocence shall make false accusation blush and tyranny tremble at patience. My lord, you best know my past life has been as continent, as chaste, as true, as I am now unhappy. For behold me, a fellow of the royal band, of which owe a moiety to the throne, a great king's daughter, the mother to a hopeful prince, here standing to pray and talk about life and honor for who please to come and hear. For life, I a grief which I would spare. For honor, 'tis a derivative from me to mine, and only that I care for. I appeal to your conscience, sir. Before Polixenes came to your court, how I was in your grace, how merited to be so. Since he came with what encounter so uncurrent, I have strained to appear thus. If one jot beyond the bound of honor and actor will that way inclining, hardened be the hearts of all who hear me, and my nearest of kin cry, fie upon my grave.
You will not own it.
More than mistress of that which comes to be a name of fault, I will not at all acknowledge. For Polixenes, with whom I am accused, I confess I loved him, but in honor as he required, with such a kind of love that would become a lady like me. With a love you yourself commanded, which not to have done would have been in me both disobedience and ungratefulness to you and to your friend. Now, for conspiracy, I know not how it tastes, although it be dished to me to try how. All I know is Camillo was an honest man, and why he left your court, the gods themselves are ignorant.
You knew of his departure, as you know what you have undertaken to do in his absence.
Sir, you speak a language I understand not. My life, which I'll lay down, stands in the level of your dreams.
Your actions are my dreams. You had a bastard by Polixenes, and I but dreamed it. As you were past all shame, those of your facts are so past all truth. For as thy brat hath been cast out unto its own, no father owning it, so thou shalt feel our justice, in whose easiest passage look for no less than death.
Sir, spare your threats. The bug with which you would frighten me when I seek. The crown and comfort of my life, your favor. I do get lost, for I feel it gone, and I know not where it went. My second joy and first fruits of my body from his presence. I am barred like one infectious. My third comfort and sweet innocent babe. Haled out to murder. And myself on every post proclaimed a strumpet. And lastly brought here to this place in the open air before I have strained the limit. Now, my liege, tell me, what blessings do I have here alive that I should fear to die? Therefore proceed. But mistake me not. No, life, I prize it not the straw, but for my honor, which I would free. If I am condemned upon surmises, all proof sleeping else but what your jealousies awake, I tell you, 'tis tyranny and not law. Your honors all, I do refer me to the oracle. Apollo be my judge.
This your request is altogether just. Therefore bring forth, and in Apollo's name, his oracle.
The Emperor of Russia was my father. Oh, that he were alive and here beholding his daughter's trial, that he could but see the flatness of my misery.
You here
Yes,
shall swear upon this sword of justice that you, Cleomenes and Dion, have been both at Delphos, and from thence have brought this sealed up oracle, and that since then You have not dared to break the holy seal, nor read the secrets in it.
All this we swear.
Break up the seals and read.
Hermione is chaste, Polixenes blameless, Camillo a true subject, Leontes a jealous tyrant, his innocent babe truly begotten, and the king shall live without an heir. If that which is lost be not found. Now blessed be the great Apollo.
Blessed be the great Apollo!
Hast thou read truth?
Aye, my lord, even so as it is here set down.
There is no truth at all in the oracle. The sessions will continue. This is mere falsehood.
My lord, the king! The king!
What is the business?
I shall be hated to report it. The prince, your son, with mere conceit and fear of the queen's death, is gone.
How? Gone?
Is dead!
Apollo is angry, and the heavens themselves do strike at my injustice. How now there?
This news is mortal to the queen. Look down and see what death is doing.
Well, let's take her hands. Her heart is but overcharged. She will recover. I have too much believed my own suspicion. Prithee, tenderly apply to her some remedies for life. Apollo, pardon my great profaneness against thy oracle. I'll reconcile me to Polixenes. Anew woo my queen. Recall the good Camillo, who I proclaim a man of peace, of mercy. For being transported by my jealousies to bloody thoughts and to revenge, I chose Camillo for the minister to poison my friend Polixenes, which had been none but the good mind of Camillo tardied my swift command. Oh, he most humane and filled with honor, to my kingly guest unclasp my plot, quit his fortunes here, which you knew great. How he blisters thorough my rust, and how his pity does my deeds make them blacker.
Woe the while! Oh, cut my lace, lest my heart cracking it break too.
What fit is this, good lady?
What studied tarned style pass for me? What wheels, racks, fires? What flayings, boilings, and leads or oils? What old or new torture must I receive, whose every word deserves to taste of thy most worst? Thy tyranny, together working with thy jealousies, fancies too weak for boys, too green and idle for girls of mine. Oh, think what they have done. Can run mad indeed, stark mad. For all thy bygone fooleries were but spices of it. That thou betrayedst Polixenes, 'twas nothing. That did but shew thee of a fool, inconstant and damnable ingrateful. Nor was it much thou wouldst have poisoned good Camillo's honor to have him kill a king. Poor trespasses, more monstrous standing by, whereof I reckon the casting forth to crows thy baby daughter to be or none, or little, though a devil would have shed water out of fire or done it,
to thee the death of the young prince, whose honorable thoughts high for one so tender, cleft the heart that could conceive a gross and foolish sire, blemish his gracious dam. That is not, no, laid to thy answer, but the last. O Lord, when I have said, cry woe! The queen, the sweetest, dearest creature is dead, and vengeance for it not dropped down yet.
The higher powers forbid.
I say she's dead. I'll swear it. If word nor oath prevail not, go and see. But, O thou tyrant, do not repent these things, for they are heavier than all thy woes can stir. Therefore, betake thee to nothing but despair. 10,000 knees, 10,000 years together, naked, fasting on a barren mountain, and still winter in storm perpetual, could not move the gods to look the way thou wert.
Go on. Go on. Thou canst not speak too much. I deserve all tongues to talk their bitterest.
Say no more. However the business goes, you have made fault in the boldness of your speech.
I'm sorry for it. All faults I make, when I shall come to know them, I do repent. Alas, I have shown too much the rashness of a woman. Is touched to the noble heart. What is gone, what is past help, should be past grief. Do not receive affliction at my petition. I beseech thee rather, let me be punished that hath minded you of what you should forget. Now, good my liege, Sir Royal Sir, forgive a foolish woman. Allow I bore your queen. Lo, fool again. I'll speak of her no more, nor of your children. I'll not remember you of my own Lord, who is lost too. Take thy grief to you, and I will say nothing.
I did speak but well, and most the truth. Prithee, take me unto the dead bodies of my queen and son. One grave shall be for both, and upon them shall the causes of their death appear unto our shame perpetual. Once a day I'll visit the chapel where they lie, and tears shed there will be my recreation. Come, lead me unto these sorrows.
The quality of mercy is not strained. It droppeth as the gentle rain from heaven upon the place beneath. It is twice blessed. It blesseth him that gives and him that takes. 'Tis mightiest in the mightiest. It becomes the throned monarch better than his crown. His scepter shows the force of temporal power, the attribute to awe and majesty wherein doth sit the dread and fear of kings. But mercy is above this sceptred sway. It is enthroned in the hearts of kings. It is an attribute to God himself, and earthly power doth then show likest gods, when mercy seasons justice.
Love of my life.
And how, Audrey? Am I the man yet? Does my simple feature content you?
Your features, Lord Morantus. What features?
I am here with thee and thy goats. Is the most capricious poet, honest Ovid, was among the Goths.
Goats.
Goths.
Goats! Oh, knowledge ill-inhabited, worse than a god in a thatched hut.
Truly, I would the gods had made thee poetical.
I do not know what poetical is. Oh, is it honest in word and deed? Is it a true thing?
Oh, truly! For the truest poetry is the most feigning, and lovers are given to poetry. And what they do swear in poetry may be said as lovers they do feign.
Do you wish that the gods had made me more poetical?
Truly I do, for thou swearest to me thou art honest. Now, if thou wert a poet, I might have some hope thou didst feign.
Oh, well, would you not have me honest?
No, truly, for honesty coupled to beauty is to have honey as sauce to sugar.
A material fool.
I am not fair, so therefore I thank the gods that I'm honest.
Truly, and to cast away honesty upon a foul slut, or to put good meat into an unclean dish.
Well, I am not a slut, though I thank the gods that I am foul.
Praise be the gods for thy foulness. Sluttishness may come hereafter. But, be that as it may be, I will marry thee. And to that end, I have been with Sir Oliver Bartex, the vicar of the next village, who hath promised to meet me in this place of the forest, and to couple us.
I would fain see this meeting.
Gods make us merry.
Amen. A man may, if he were of a lesser heart, stagger in this attempt. For here we have no temple but the wood, no assembly but horned beasts. But what though? Courage. As horns are odious, they are necessary. Here is Sir Oliver. Sir Oliver Martex, you are very well met. Will you dispatch us here in this forest? Or shall we go with you to your chapel?
Is there none here to give the woman?
I will not take her on gift of any man.
Well, truly, she must be given, or the marriage is not lawful.
Proceed, proceed. I will give her.
Good evening, good master, what you call it. How do you, sir? You are very well met. I am very glad to see you. Even a toy in hand here, sir. Nay, pray, be covered.
Will you be married, Motley?
As the ox hath his bow, the horse his curb, and the falcon her bells, so man hath his desires. And as pigeons bill, so wedlock would be middling.
Will you, a man of your breeding, be married like a beggar under a bush? Or get you to a church and have a good priest tell you what marriage is? This fellow will join you as they join wainscot, and one of you prove a shrunk panel, and like green timber, warp. Warp!
I am not in the mind, but I would rather be married of him than of another, for he is not like to marry me well, and not being well married will give me a good excuse later to abandon my wife.
Go thou with me, and let me counsel thee.
'Tis no matter, ne'er a fantastical knave of them all shall flout me out of my calling.
Farewell, Sir Oliver. Come along, Audrey. We must be married, or we must live in Baudry. Audrey?
Things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste, and therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled. As waggish boys in games themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere.
Phoebe! Sweet Phoebe, do not scorn me, do not, Phoebe. Say that you love me not, but say not so in bitterness. The common executioner, whose heart the accustomed sight of death doth make hard, falls not the axe upon the humble neck, but first begs pardon. Will you sterner be than he that lives and dies by bloody drops?
I would not be thy executioner. Thou tellest me there is murder in mine eye. 'Tis pretty, sure, and very probable, that eyes that are the frailest and softest things, who shut their coward gates on enemies, should be called tyrants, butchers, murderers. Now, I do frown on thee with all my heart, and if mine eyes can wound, now let them kill thee. Now counterfeit to swoon, why now, fall down, or if thou canst not, oh, for shame, lie not to say mine eyes are murderers. Now, show the wound mine eye hath made in thee. Scratch me but with a pin, and there remains some scar of it. But now mine eyes, which I have darted at thee, hurt thee not, for I am sure there's no force in eyes that can do any hurt.
Oh, dear Phoebe, if ever, as that ever may be near, you meet in some fresh cheekly power of fancy, then shall you know the wounds invisible that those keen arrows have made.
But till that time, come thou not near me, and when that time comes, afflict me with thy knocks, pity me not, as till that time I shall not pity thee.
I pray you, who might be your mother, that you insult, exult, and all at once over the wretched. What though you have no beauty, as by my faith I see no more in you than without candle may go dark to bed. Must you be therefore proud and pitiless? Why, what means this? Why do you look on me? I see no more in you than in the ordinary of nature's sail work. Odds my little life, I think she needs to tangle my eyes too. No faith, proud mistress, hope not after it. 'Tis not your inky brows, your black silk hair, your bugle eyeballs, nor your cheek of cream, that can entain my spirits to your worship. You, foolish shepherd, wherefore do you follow her? Like foggy south puffing with wind and rain, you are 1,000 times a proper man than she, a woman. Ugh. 'Tis such fools as you that makes the world full of ill-favored children. Mistress, know thyself. Down on your knees and thank heaven, fasting for a good man's love. For I must tell you friendly in your ear, sell when you can. You are not for all markets. Try the man mercy, love him, take his offer. Foul is most foul, being foul, to be a scoffer. So take her to thee, shepherd, fare thee well.
Oh, sweet youth, I pray you chide a year together. I had rather hear you chide than this man who...
He's fallen in love with your foulness, and she'll fall in love with my anger. If it be so, as fast as she answers thee with frowning looks, I'll sauce her with bitter words. Why do you look so upon me?
For no ill will I bear you.
I pray you do not fall in love with me, for I am falser than vows made in wine. Besides, I like you. Not. The shepherd, ply her hard. Shepherdess, look on him better, and be not proud, though all the world can see. None could be so abused in sight as he.
Whoever loved that loved not at first sight.
Sweet Phoebe.
Ha! What sayest thou, Silvius?
Sweet Phoebe, pity me.
Why, I am sorry for thee, gentle Silvius.
Oh, where sorrow's relief would be. Oh. If you do sorrow my grief and love, by giving love your sorrow and my grief, we're both exterminate.
Thou hast my I love? Is not that neighborly?
I would have you.
Sylvia's. The time was that I hated thee, but since that thou canst talk of love so well, thy company, which erst was irksome to me, I will endure. And I'll employ thee too, but do not look for further recompense in thine own gladness that thou art employed.
Oh, so holy and so perfect is my love, and I in such a poverty of grace, loose now and then, a scattered smile, and that I'll live upon.
Knowest now the youth that spoke to me erewhile?
Not very well, but I've met him off.
Think not I love him, though I ask for him. 'Tis but a peevish boy, and he talks so well. But what care I for words, yet words do well when he that speaks them pleases those that hear. Oh, it is a pretty youth. Not very pretty, but sure, he'll make a proper man. Oh, there be some women, Sylvius, had they marked him in parcels as I did, would have gone near to fall in love with him. But for my part, I have more reason to hate him than to love him. For what had he to do to chide at me? He said my eyes were black, and my hair black. Oh, now I am remembered, I scorned at me. I marvel why I answered not again. That's all one. I'll write to him a very taunting letter. Thou and thou shalt bear it. Wilt thou, Sylvius?
Oh, Phoebe, with all my heart.
I'll write it straight. The matter is in my head and in my heart. Go with me, Sylvius.
Patience! Gentle, Audrey!
Faith, the priest was good enough for all the old gentleman's saying.
A most wicked Sir Oliver, Audrey, a most vile Martext. But Audrey, there's a youth here in the forest lays claim to you.
I know who 'tis, but he hath no interest in me in the world.
Audrey!
Here comes the man you mean now.
It is meat and drink for me to see a clown. By my troth, we that have good wits have much to answer for. We shall be flouting. We cannot hold.
Good evening, Audrey.
Oh, good evening, William.
And good evening to you, sir.
Good evening, gentle friend. Nay, nay, stay covered, stay covered. How old are you, friend?
5 and 20, sir.
A fair age. Is thy name William?
William, sir.
Fair name. Was born in the forest here.
Aye, sir. Thank God.
Thank God. A goodly answer. Art wise?
Faith, sir, so.
Ah. How's your wit?
I have a pretty wit, sir.
Why, thou sayest well. Art rich?
Faith, sir, so.
So is good. Very good. Very excellent good. And yet 'tis not, 'tis but so. Art thou? I do remember a saying. The fool doth think he is wise, but the wise man knows himself to be a fool. You do love this maid?
I do, sir.
Give me your hand. Art thou learned?
No, sir.
Then learn this of me. To have is to have, for I am he.
Which he, sir?
He, sir, that must marry this woman. Therefore, you clown, abandon, which is in the vulgar, leave, the society, which is in the boorish company, of this female, which in the common is woman, which together is abandon the society of this woman, or clown, thou diest, to thy better understanding perishest, to wit, I kill thee, make thee away, translate thy life into death, thy liberty into bondage. I will deal in poison thee, or in bastinado, or in steel. I will kill thee 150 ways.
No!
Therefore, tremble and depart.
Do, good William.
Oh. God rest you, Mary.
Trip, Arthur. Trip.
I am that merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I a fat and bean-fed horse beguile, neighing in likeness of a filly foal. Sometime look I in a gossip's bowl, in the very likeness of a roasted crab, and when she drinks against her lips I bob, and on her withered dewlap pour the ale. The wisest aunt, telling the saddest tale, sometime for 3-foot stool mistaken me, that slip I from her bum, and down topples she, and tail, and cries, and falls into a cough. And then the whole choir holds their hips and laughs, and waxens in their mirth, and knees and swear. A merrier hour was never wasted there.
Say, what abridgment have we for this evening?
The battle with the centaurs, to be sung by an Athenian eunuch to the harp.
Will none of that.
The riot of the tipsy bacchanals, tearing the Thracian singer in their rage.
Will none of that.
A tedious brief scene of young Pyramus and his love Thisbe, very tragical mirth.
Merry and tragical? Tedious and brief?
How shall we find the concord of this discord?
A play there is, some 10 words long, which is as brief as I have known a play. But by 10 words, my lord, it is too long, which makes it tedious. For in all the play there is not one word act, one player fitted, and tragical it is. For Pyramus therein doth kill himself, which, having seen the rehearsal, I must confess, made my eyes water. But with more merry tears the passion of loud laughter never shed.
What are they that do play?
Hard-handed men that work in Athens here, which never labored in their minds until now.
We will hear that play, for never anything can be amiss when simpleness and duty tender it.
Places.
Thank you, places. The prologue is addressed. If we offend is with our goodwill that you should think we come not to offend, but with goodwill to show our simple skill that is the true beginning of our end. Consider then we come, but in despite we do not come as minded to contest you. Our true intent is for you to delight. We are not here that you should here repent you. The actors are at hand, and by their show you shall know all that you are to know.
This fellow does not stand on points. He has read his prologue like a rough colt. He knows not to stop.
Who is next?
Gentles, perchance you wonder at this show, but wonder on, till truth make all things plain. This man is Pyramus, if you would know. This beauteous lady, Thisbe, is certain. This woman, with lime and rough cast, doth present wall, that vile wall which did these lovers sunder. And through wall's chink, poor souls are content to whisper, at the which let no man wonder. This man, with lanthorn, dog, and bush of thorn, presenteth moonshine. For if you will know, by moonshine did these lovers think no scorn to meet at Ninus' tomb, they're there to woo. This grisly beast, which lion hight by name, the trusty Thisbe coming first by night, did scare away, or rather did affright. As she fell, her mantle she did fall, which lion vile with bloody mouth did stain. Anon comes Pyramus, sweet youth and tall, and finds his trusty Thisbe's mantle slain. Whereat with bloody blameful blade he bravely broached his boiling bloody breast. And Thisbe, towering in mulberry shade, his dagger drew and died. For all the rest, let lion, moonshine, wall, and lovers twain at large discourse, while here they do remain.
I wonder if the lion be to speak.
But one lion may when many asses do.
In that same interlude it doth befall that I once snout by name present wall, and such a wall as I would have you think had in it a crannied hole or chink through which our lovers Pyramus and Thisbe did often whisper very secretly. This loam, this rough cast, this stone doth show that I am that same wall. The truth is so, and this the cranny is, right and sinister, through which our fearful lovers are to whisper. This is the wittiest partition that ever I heard discourse, my lord.
Oh, grim looked night! Oh, night with you so black! Oh, night, which ever art when day is not! Oh, night, alack, alack, alack! I fear my Thisbe's promises forgot. And thou, O wall, O sweet, O lovely wall, that standest between her father's ground and mine, thou wall, O sweet and lovely wall, show me thy tink to blink through with mine eye. Thanks, courteous wall, Jove shield thee well for this. But what see I? No Thisbe do I see. Oh, wicked wall, through whom I see no bliss, cursed be thy stones for thus deceiving me.
The wall, methinks, being sensible, should curse again.
No, in truth, she should not. Deceiving me is Thisbe's cue. She is to enter now, and I am to spy her through the wall. You shall see, it will fall pat as I told you. Yonder she comes.
Oh, wall! Full often hast thou hurt my bones for parting my fair kin.
Thisby's face. Thisby!
My love thou art, my love I think.
Think what thou wilt. I am thy lover's grace, and like Nymander am I trusty still.
And I like Helen to the fates be killed.
Not Cephalus the Procus was so true.
As Cephalus, Cephalus, I to you.
Oh, kiss me through the hole of this vile wall.
I kiss the wall's hole. Not your lips are all.
Wilt thou and these two meet me straightway?
Tide life, tide death, I come without delay.
And thus have I wall my part discharged so, and being done thus, away wall doth go.
This is the silliest stuff that ever I heard.
You ladies, you whose gentle hearts do fear the smallest, monstrous mouse that creeps on floor, may now perchance both quake and tremble here, when lion, rough in wildest rage, doth roar. Arr! They know that I, one snug the joiner am, a lion fell, nor else no lion's dam. For if I should come as lion in strife into this place, oh, 'twere pity on my life.
Let us listen to the moon. This lanthorn doth the horned moon present.
He should have worn the horns on his head.
This lanthorn doth the horned moon present. Myself, the man in the moon do seem to be.
This is the greatest error of all the rest. The man should be put into the lanthorn. How else it is the man in the moon?
Proceed, moon.
All I have to tell you is that this lanthorn is the moon, I, the man in the moon. This thorn bush is my thorn bush, and this dog is my dog. Woof!
This must be old Nini's tomb. Where is Nina's tomb? Where is my love?
Well, poor lion.
Well run, Thisby.
Well shown, moon. Sweet moon, I thank thee for thy sunny beams. I thank thee, moon, for shining now so bright, for by thy gracious golden glittering gleams. I trust and take of truest Thisby's sight. But stay, O spite! But mark, poor knight, what dreadful dole is here? Eyes, do you see? How can it be? Oh, dainty duck, oh dear, thy mantle good, what, stained with blood? Approach ye, first spell, oh fates, come, come, cut thread and throb, quail, crosking, glued and quail!
This passion and the death of a dear friend would go near to make a man look sad.
Oh, wherefore, nature, didst thou lion's frame, since lion vile hath here deflowered my dear? Devoured! Devoured my dear! Which is, no, which was the fairest dame that loved, that looked, that lived, that liked with cheer. Come, tears, confound, out sword, and wound the papillarimus, I that left pap, where heart doth thought. Thus die I, thus, now am I dead, now am I fled, my soul is in the sky. Tongue, lose thy light, moon, take thy flight, and die, 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 die already.
With the help of the surgeon, he might yet still recover and prove an ass.
How chance moonshine is gone before Thisby comes back and finds her lover. I hope she will be brief.
Asleep
please you to see an epilogue, or to hear a burgomass dance between two of our company?
No epilogue, I pray you. But come, your burgomass, let your epilogue alone.
If we shadows have offended, think that this and all has mended, that you have but slumbered here, while these visions did appear, and this weak and idle theme. No more yielding but a dream. Gentles, do not reprehend. If you pardon, we will mend, and as I am an honest puck, and that we have unearned luck now to scape the serpent's tongue, we will make amends ere long, else the puck a liar call. So good night unto you all. Give us your hands, your friends, and Robin's